If your organisation wants to become an incorporated association, you must use our online myCAV system to lodge an application. myCAV is a quick and convenient way for associations to update details and to interact with us all in the one place. You can only lodge an application after the majority of your members have voted to incorporate, and you've been authorised to do so by the committee. If you're not the secretary, by lodging the application, you will automatically become a delegate of the association on myCAV. This video will show you how to check your organisation's eligibility to become an incorporated association, how to create a myCAV account and lodge an application, and how to manage your association details using myCAV. The first step is to check if your organisation is eligible to be incorporated. To do this, go to our website consumer.vic.gov.au. Select the Clubs and Not-for-Profits icon at the top of the page. Go to the Incorporated Associations section and select Become an Incorporated Association. Then select the Register as an Incorporated Association link. It's important to review this information to ensure you have a full understanding of the requirements and obligations of an incorporated association. To continue, select Application to incorporate an association. Answer the 3 questions in the eligibility section by selecting the relevant boxes. Then select Next. If you are not successful, a message will advise the reason why, and you may want to change your answers. If eligible, the next step is to create a myCAV account. There are 2 ways to create a myCAV account. You can either select Sign In at the top of our website, or select the link in the eligibility message. From here, select the Create an Account button. Enter your name, email address, and a security password. To see your password, select Show Password. The email address and password you enter will be used to verify your identity and sign you into myCAV, so it's important to remember these details and to keep them safe. Then select Create an Account. If you're not successful, a message will advise the reason why. The most common error occurs when the password does not meet the rules. For example, you may not have entered the right number of letters, digits, or special characters required. Once you've created a myCAV account, you can sign in and complete your application using your email address and password. Lodging an application is an easy 5-step process. Before you start, you'll need the proposed name of your association, your estimated total revenue, an electronic file if using your own rules, and a debit or credit Visa or MasterCard for payment. The first step is to check if the proposed name of your association is available. To do this, enter the name and select either Inc. or Incorporated from the drop-down list. Then select Check Name Availability. Even if the name is available, you can check another name by selecting Change Name. If the name is not available, you will need to choose one that is. After successfully selecting a name for your association, continue with your application. If you are not the secretary, select No to go on to the Lodgement Person section. As the lodgement person, you must enter your own details as well as the secretary's details. When you enter numbers, please do not use spaces or brackets. If you skip or enter any details incorrectly, a message will prompt you to enter the correct information. For example, in this case, you must tick whether the registered address of the association is the same as the secretary's. If not, enter the registered address. After correctly completing the Details section, click Next to go to the Financial section. To complete this section, enter the estimated total revenue of the association and nominate an ongoing financial end-of-year date. Then tick whether the association has any trust accounts. If yes, enter the name of the trust. Then select Next to go to the Rules section. Associations can choose to use model rules or their own rules. If an association uses its own rules, it must address matters set out in Schedule 1 of the Associations Incorporation Act 2012. The model rules already address these matters. Detailed information about association rules is available on our website. To view this information, hold down the Control button and select the link. Using the Control button allows you to open and close links without leaving myCAV. In the Rules section, enter the purpose of your association. Select the primary category from the drop-down list. Then select the type of rules that govern your association. To attach your own rules, select the Choose File or Browse button to find your own rules document on your computer, and select Open to attach the document to your application. Carefully read the legal and binding declaration statement. To continue your application, tick Agree, then select Next to review your application. Review the information you have entered. Select the Edit button if you need to make changes. Select Save for later if you want to complete the application at another time. If you are ready to continue, select Agree and Next to go to the Payment section. You will need a debit or credit Visa or MasterCard to pay for your application. Enter the cardholder's name, the card number, the expiry date, and the 3-digit CVN number on the back of the card. Select Next to review and confirm your payment details. Then select Make Payment to finish your application. A message will advise whether your application has been successful, and an email will be sent to you with your certificate of incorporation and receipt of payment. To view your association's details, go to your myCAV homepage by either selecting your name at the top of the screen or selecting the link in the message. Then select your association's name to see details. Your certificate and rules will be available to download and print whenever you need. Only the Secretary or an authorised delegate can make changes to an association's details on myCAV. To change your association details, go to your myCAV homepage, select your association's name and go to the Actions list and select the task you want to undertake. When a change is made, an email is sent to the Secretary advising of the change. To change the Secretary details, select Change Secretary. Select whether you want to update the current Secretary's details or to change to a new Secretary. Enter the new details and select Save. Please note that only the current Secretary can change the name of the Secretary. If the Secretary is changed, myCAV will automatically send an email to the outgoing Secretary. At the same time, an email will be sent to the incoming Secretary to confirm their appointment and to provide a link to create a myCAV account. Delegates must be authorised by the Association's Secretary. Up to 3 delegates can be authorised to help the Secretary. Enter the details of the new delegate and tick whether the new delegate has been authorised by the Secretary. Select Add Delegate. An email confirming the appointment will be sent to the new delegate and will include a link to create a myCAV account. If an association already has 3 delegates, an existing delegate will need to be removed by the Secretary before another one can be added. To remove a delegate, select Delete next to their name. An email to the outgoing delegate and the current Secretary will advise of the change. Outgoing secretaries and delegates will no longer have access to the Association's myCAV account. To change your personal details, go to our website. Select your name at the top of the screen and select the task from the drop-down list. For example, select Change My Password. Enter your current password, enter a new password and select Show Password to make sure it is correct. Select Save and an instant message will confirm the change. If you forget your password, go to the myCAV sign-in page and select Forgotten Reset Password. Enter your email address and select Send Link. An email will be sent to you with a link to change your password. You have 24 hours to select the link and follow the instructions to create a new password. If the link expires before you change your password, repeat the process. For security reasons, always sign out after using myCAV. For more information and updates on myCAV, visit our website and subscribe to our not-for-profit newsletter, which includes incorporated associations.